What's up, everybody? It's E the Prophet here to do another video. And this, excuse me, this video is going to be titled, "What Impact Did Fire Have on Human Evolution?" And I feel a need to do this video because when people talk about evolution, they never really talk about how important fire was to the evolution of human beings, or whatever we evolved from to become human beings, or, human beings in our final form, however you want to say it. But the last video I talked about a footprint that they found in Crete in Greece that was 6.5 million years old. It was a human footprint. So we know something human or human-like existed at least that long ago, and honestly, probably even much further than that. Like I said, I could see 10 million, 15 million. There's really no way to tell. But I really want to paint a different picture of how things probably look than what you've heard from the scientific community. Because I do believe in evolution, but, as I mentioned in the previous video, I don't believe a species can evolve into a different species. Meaning, I don't believe an ape can evolve into a human. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe a cow can evolve into a whale. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe. Now, animals can definitely evolve, but the species is still going to stay the same. The species could change in a variety of ways, but it's still going to be the same species. And, I just wanted to kind of make that point again, because a lot of people, I don't think, have a very good understanding of what evolution really is. You know what I'm saying? We try to use it to explain every single thing, and you can't do that. You just can't. Evolution is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to paint a different picture, something that you don't normally hear, because, we've been told at first that we evolved from apes. Then we were told the current theory is that we have a common ancestor with apes. And that's just not true. We don't share a common ancestor with apes. We're as different from apes as apes are from monkeys. To be honest, even amongst the apes, they aren't even that similar, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Between orangutans, gorillas, and chimpanzees, none of them can breed with each other. So they're not even that similar. And we can't breed with any of them. So we're not that similar with them either. A lot of animals at some point probably had different evolutionary paths or tracks, even if there was a lot of similarities there. There are a lot of similarities between monkeys and apes, but they're not the same. And it's the same thing with humans and apes. We have similarities, but we're not the same. So I'm going to guess. Now, think about, I want you to, and it's hard for the human mind to conceptualize this, but if you think about it, just think about the last 10,000 years and how much things have changed in the last 10,000 years. How many species of animals have died out, come in, things have changed tremendously over the last, even human, innovation has changed like tremendously over the last 10,000 years. So imagine going back like a million years, the earth probably looked totally different. We probably can't even imagine, like we would be in shock if we were actually able to go back a million years and see what the earth looked like. It probably looked totally different. Then say you go back 5 million years and 10 million years, like I said, it probably would be animals that we couldn't even imagine. And I know this video is about fire, and I'm about to get to the fire aspect of it. I just wanted to talk about some of these other things first. And I'm guessing that whenever the primates came about, you probably had monkeys here that formed however they formed. You had apes form however they formed. You had us, or whatever we were at that point before fire, form however we formed. Now, whatever we are or whatever we came from had feet like we have, or very, very similar to our feet. And that's the difference between an ape and a human. Or even an ape and whatever hominid may have existed, millions of years ago. That's the difference. We have feet, apes don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're a different animal. That's what separates us, to be honest. That's how you know. Well, that's one of the reasons you know that we're not apes. We're separate. Now, another reason, and now here's where I'm going to get ready to tie the fire into it. Oh, before I even get to the fire, what I really wanted to say as well is that I get the feeling that when we first came about, in whatever form it was, we probably looked very similar to apes, with the exception of we had feet, and we probably stood more upright, stood straighter. You know what I'm saying? So I believe, and like I said, I believe we have a lot of I'm not going to act like we don't have a lot of similarity to apes, but a lot of animals have similarities to each other without being the same animal. I went over that before. No, I'm not going to rehash it again in this video. But anyway, I think what really led to, or what really sped up tremendously human evolution, probably the most important thing was fire. Now, also think about this. However long ago hominids mastered fire, you know, that goes to show how intelligent they were then. If they were able to not only capture fire, but utilize it, master it, no other animal on the planet has done that to this day. And we might have done that millions of years ago. And the reason why fire is so important, because if you really think about it, and this is a lot, this doesn't take a brain surgeon or rocket scientist to figure this out. But if you think about it, once we mastered fire and learned how to utilize it, and we use it to warm ourselves, think about this. We're the only animal on the planet that doesn't have scales, feathers, or fur. We're the only animal. Every other animal has one of those three: scales, fur, or feathers. We're the only animal that doesn't. And the reason why is because once we use fire to become warm and use it for warmth, we no longer needed the fur. And I'm going to tie in clothing to that as well. Fire and clothing. You know, once again, the only animals that utilize clothing. You know what I'm saying? So understand, we were highly intelligent, more than likely from the beginning. This intelligence didn't evolve. We were already highly intelligent, you know, compared to the other animals. You know what I'm saying? Now, our intelligence probably increased, you know, in many respects, and it may even decrease in some respects. You know, there's no way to really know. You know, throughout the millions of years we've been here, or some version of us has been here. Now, also, besides us losing our fur, you know, from being able to utilize fire as warmth, you know, and clothing, whenever that may have come about as well, I'm sure the fire came first. Also think about the fact that once we started heating up our food with fire, cooking our food, the food becomes easier to chew and digest. So we don't need the sharp teeth that we used to have. We're the only predator, the only omnivore that eats meat, carnivorous animal, that doesn't have sharp teeth. Every other carnivore on the planet has sharp teeth. Sharp teeth designed for ripping meat. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have our sharp teeth anymore because we cook our food. In fact, we've evolved to the point where we have to cook our food. If we don't, we'll get sick. I know there's some things we can eat raw, but there aren't very many things we can eat raw. And even the raw stuff, you still have to worry about salmonella, E. coli, things like that. So those are two major evolutionary changes from whatever we were to whatever we are that were impacted directly by fire, if you think about it. You know, just think about what I'm saying. Two huge physiological changes in our body brought about by our utilization of fire. Now, another thing I want you to think about, that not only did fire impact our evolution in that respect, but it also impacted our evolution because we, you know, once we got the mastery of fire, fire was used in making tools, weapons, bricks for homes. You know, fire paved the way for a lot of our innovation, So fire is incredibly important in the evolution of human beings, mankind. But you never really hear anybody talk about it. You never hear anybody talk about fire much. I mean, I have heard some talk about it, but I'm not even sure if they quite understood how it impacted our evolution. Like I said, I mean, we've used it for so many things. And even weapons, against other animals, because a lot of animals fear fire. So that just changed the game for us totally, and gave us a huge advantage. Like a lot of us probably think that, I'm gonna say hominins back then probably were, at the mercy of these gigantic predators, but that probably wasn't the case because we was already intelligent, and we had numbers more than likely. So, I'm pretty sure that even back then, at the beginning, or not very long after the beginning, we was already a dominant force. I'm pretty sure that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we had to have intelligence to do the things we did millions of years ago or however long ago. I mean, I don't have an exact date when we mastered fire. I really don't know. But I'm sure it was a long time ago. So, and the reason why I'm saying these things and why I felt the need to make the video is because, once again, we're not getting a clear picture of things from the scientific community. We're getting a bunch of mess. And I know a lot of it is not their fault. As we learn new things and more information comes out, the theories are going to be revamped. They are going to be adjusted. But people aren't even able to really think clearly about the information that's already there. It's unbelievable. I guarantee you I'm the only one making a video like this, talking about these things as it pertains to evolution. I guarantee it. I guarantee you ain't going to find many. Man, there might be a couple other ones out there, but I guarantee you they ain't saying it the way I'm saying it, in a very clear, concise way. I guarantee it. I know that. I know it's not out there. I've looked for it plenty of times and couldn't find it. So I know I'm the only one saying these things right now. And, and I'm going to keep saying them. This is the, I don't even know what the next video I'm going to do in terms of the truth series. I've done quite a few. And I'm going to it's not even about me exposing anybody. It's just I want to have an intelligent conversation about the things going on, about the discoveries, about where we come from, how we got here. And we may never know these things, but I at least think we can come up with some better ideas than what I've heard for a very long time. Like, I remember I used to hear that the Neanderthals were dumb. I knew from the jump the Neanderthals were not dumb. They may have even been more, intelligent than us in some ways. There's no way to know, but I knew they weren't dumb. No hominid on this planet has been dumb, going back however long we go back. We've always had incredible intelligence. I don't know how we evolved that way. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way it went down. In the same way the apes have, pretty good intelligence. Not like ours, but pretty good compared to other animals. You know what I'm saying? Like chimpanzees are one of the very few, in fact, the only other primate besides humans that can hunt. They can hunt other animals for food. Chimpanzees can wage war. Like literally gather up their companions for war. No other primate can do that, So, I guess, like I said, man, we got to have some better conversations and really do a better job at putting this stuff together, and I'm really good at putting this stuff together. That's why I'm here to profit for real. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this one on up. Like I said, fire had a tremendous impact on human evolution. Tremendous. May have been the biggest impact other than the environment on our evolution, to be honest. And I just want y'all, if you feeling what I'm saying, please like the video. I appreciate it. Please comment, leave your thoughts, your questions. I respond to everybody all the time. Please subscribe to the channel. You know, I love to add new members to the family, and please share the video. You know, if you are so inclined. I just want to say I love everybody that watch my videos. I love all of y'all. You know, I want everybody to please, you know, because COVID is still out there. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy. Peace.